Okay guys, so here's just a quick update on the Canyon Stoic II. It's been nearly a year now since I've had it, about 10 months to be precise. And as you can see, I've made a couple of changes to it, and I just thought I'd give you a long-term review of how it's gone. Okay, so first things first, we'll put the seat post up. So I'm really happy with the seat post. It's Crank Brothers. I think it's a Highline 3, that one, and that's 170 millimeters of travel. And of course this diameter is a 30.9, which is what the frame is. As you can see, the frame is a little bit dirty from riding, but that's just from me not being bothered to clean it. The cockpit is exactly the same as when I first got it, no changes there. I'll try and go front to back, okay? So yeah, the tyres are fine. You can see there's still plenty of tread on them. I've been really happy with the tyres. I've been out in the snow, I've been in the rain, in mud, in dry conditions, and they're absolutely fine. Obviously not great for racing or going really fast if you're into sort of cross-country fast riding, but for enduro, that kind of stuff, they're really good tyres. I did try to do a tubeless conversion. So at the moment, the front wheel is running tubeless and the back wheel is running a normal tube. And I'll explain maybe in another video, but basically that was just because I didn't have any of the right equipment to do the tubeless conversion. So if you are going to do a tubeless conversion, then make sure you have the right equipment. Watch a proper tutorial on how to do it, or even better, go to a bike shop and get them to do it for you. Front brake, well, I'll do both of the brakes at the same time. There's a lot of people that have been saying that, you need to change the pads because you need to have metal pads as opposed to the sintered pads, or the, what's the other one? Is it nylon pads? I've not needed to change them. I think they've been fine. I've been doing, sort of quite steep riding and sort of long descents and things like that, even more technical sections, and I've not needed anything more than that. Maybe if you're a very extreme rider, then you might need something else, but you don't need to change them. The fork is fine, still holding on really good. I really like how it feels. It feels heavy, I suppose, is the only kind of criticism. But it's a very budget bike, so kind of what do you expect? I'm really happy with this. This is the system for taking things out. Make sure you learn how to use it. I was doing it wrong for the best part of maybe 2 or 3 months. So yeah, make sure you learn how to use that properly. I'm sure there's a video on whatever it is, on the Suntour website on how you're supposed to use that. Other changes, you'll see there's a bottle cage here. Now there's a story behind this. When I first got the bike, it came with this derailleur bolt here, was stripped. And I don't know if you can see the difference here between these two Allen key bolts. This is an Allen key bolt for a bottle cage, and this is the Allen key bolt that was originally in that derailleur position. Now, when it came from Canyon, it was stripped, and as you can see, it's even more stripped now. It looks horrible. And basically, this, for whatever reason, this was so stripped that I could never tighten it properly, and it was really wobbly and loose for ages. And I eventually, I was looking at getting a replacement derailleur hanger, and I was going to have to wait for delivery and stuff from Canyon. It was going to take ages to come out, and I think it ended up being something ridiculous, like 30-40 euros. And I thought, that's ridiculous just for something so trivial, because the actual derailleur hanger itself is fine. So I don't know, I think I just tested it one day, and it turns out the bolt is pretty much the same. So that's absolutely solid in there now. I just switched them over, and then I've got that little one in there. It's a little bit loose, but I don't mind having a slightly loose bottle cage as opposed to a fully loose derailleur hanger, so it's much better. Obviously, when I took the derailleur hanger off and I was messing about with that, I also undid the cable here. for the gear cable, and then I tried to put it back on using the same cable. Don't ever do that. If you've used a cable and you're trying to put it back in place and making adjustments and stuff on it, you're just going to fray this. And for the sake of putting a new cable in, just pay whatever it costs to put a new cable in, get it nice and adjusted. So I did that. Yeah, I basically put a new cable in here when I changed the derailleur hanger, and it made the world of difference. And suddenly it was like changing gears like new again. While we're on the subject of gears, I haven't changed the chain. I've just maybe I think I've cleaned it a few times. Make sure I keep it greased and stuff, and it's fine to use. The cassette, I would like to change that in the future. I think that will be the next thing I change on it. I'd like a bigger cog here, because I'm finding that on climbs, some more technical climbs or very steep climbs, I would really like to have an extra gear there, because it feels like I've not quite got enough power to get up on some of those more difficult climbs. And apart from that, yeah, really happy with it. As you can see, it's got a few scrapes and scratches. Maybe one thing might be nice to do in the future is, rather than having this, which doesn't really, obviously makes a lot of noise when you're kind of messing around, it might be nice to put something there in the future. But yeah, apart from that, that's the update on the Canyon Stoic II. Let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.